What's going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about cutting. So I'm on a cutting routine. I get a lot of people asking me, yo Chris, what do you do to cut? You know, because obviously I bulked for like 2 years there. You know, last summer I kind of took a bit of a hiatus to just bulk. You know, and it's good to do that, guys. You know, don't just be continually, perpetually, you know, perennially cutting, because if you do that as a natural, you're gonna look like a string bean. You know, you're just gonna be a skinny guy. So try and, you know, take maybe one summer off, or try not to cut as much, maybe cut for 3 or 4 months and then bulk the rest of the time. Especially if you're natural, guys. Cutting lowers your testosterone. It does all these different things that, you know, won't regain the muscle. You know, you want to regain as much muscle as you can, and, you know, not cutting, you know, is the best way to do that, guys. So today we're going to be doing a cutting routine of mine, which is a specialty of mine. I particularly like to do this routine, guys, because the weather is getting better in Ireland now. As you can see, it's kind of nice how it's 8 o'clock in the morning. This one zooms in. I wake up at like 7 now. You know, my routine's pretty good. I go to bed at like 10, 11, for those who are wondering. And then I wake up at 7 or 8 and I get all my work done even before 12. I have 12 videos to record today, you know, for those wondering. It doesn't really matter, but you know, a lot of people ask me what's my routine like, my daily routine. So I wake up at 7, like I said. I kind of weigh myself sometimes. I'm 245 pounds, 250 pounds, which is 113 kilos, which, guys, isn't that heavy for my height. All right, let's just keep it real, right? I'm 6'2", 6'3". You know, realistically, you know, I could be 270, 285 probably, and not really look that crazy. Like, you know, people think, oh, I look big and stuff, but in terms of bodybuilding, for my weight and height, is not big whatsoever, guys. It's just not that big. So yeah, so I'm 245, 250. I want to try and get down to probably 240 and hold that for the whole summer. You know, because if I'm 240 lean, you know, somewhat a lot leaner than I am now. I'm probably like 15 to 20% body fat right now. I want to get down to probably like 15% or 12%. I was 13% last summer, so if I get down to 13%, that'd be awesome as well. Don't know what weight I'll be holding when I am then. I'm a lot stronger than I am last year as well, so we'll see. I am now working in the gym, for those who are wondering. So I do like part-time, I do 2 days a week in the gym, and, you know, maybe 1 extra day here and there, probably not. And then I also just do YouTube all the time. Now, today I'm gonna be recording the video with this, guys. I bought this off Amazon for like €10. It's like a gimbal, I think it's called. I don't even know the names of half the stuff I'm recording on YouTube. So for those wondering, you know, I don't know any of this stuff on YouTube, so I'm not really a big tech guy. I'm a very big internet guy. I know exactly what's going on the internet, but I'm not really a big tech guy, honestly, when it comes to technology. So yeah, but I'll be using this today, and hopefully it gives me some good shots. I'm gonna also be recording 10 videos, like I said. First of all, get this workout out of the way, guys. I took a pre-workout today because I think it increases focus. Guys, personally for me, I have like bad ADHD, okay? And I know a lot of people out there are like, you don't need pre-workout. Ah! You know, they're always like freaking going crazy. Like, you don't need pre-workout, Chris. Like, you don't need protein powder. You don't need creatine. You don't need, hold up a second, guys, L-glutamine powder. Yeah, but here's the thing, guys. You don't need any of that stuff, okay? And I will be talking about that. At the end of this video, I'm going to go on a big rant when I get back from the workout about how you don't need any supplements. Supplements aren't necessary whatsoever. But this one increases my... If you could focus, bruh. Come on, bruh. This one, it's called Hemo Rage Unleashed, but it increases my focus, and it's kind of like a high stim workout. So I took about 100 milligrams of caffeine. 100 grams, I'd be dead. But I took about 100 milligrams of caffeine because one scoop has 400 milligrams. So I just take like a quarter scoop. Really not big on the pre-workout, guys. My body's super sensitive. If I take a Panadol, I pass out. Like, I'm very sensitive to everything, which is good. You know, that's actually quite good. That means, you know, you're quite receptive to things that you take, right? You're not just popping pills all the time and not getting any response from them. So I'm listening to my pre-workout music, guys. Got Eminem blasting, of course, the Go Eminem. Got some NF as well. Got some Method Man. And yeah, guys, it's gonna be a good workout. My workout today consists of 20 sprints, okay, about, I think they're like 40-yard sprints, something like that. 40 yards, something like that, 20 sprints. I do that every single morning to try and just cut weight. And for those wondering as well, I'm fasted, right? So I'm fasted cardio today, which I do pretty much every day as well. I like to do my cardio fasted, but I also incorporate weights into it because I don't like to do cardio without incorporating some kind of muscular resistance, okay? So I'm gonna do 20 sprints today. Then I'm gonna hit up push-ups. I'm gonna try to do like 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups. See if I can get 50 sit-ups. I definitely can do that. 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, and then I'm gonna do some curls. okay, or some lateral, you know, raises for my arms. So what I'm doing, guys, actually at the moment, for those wondering as well, I'm doing sort of the Milo of Croton, you know, the Greek mythology. I'm doing like the Greek, we'll call him a philosopher, you know, the Greek weightlifting champion. So Milo of Croton, for those who don't realize if I'm saying that name even correctly, is basically a guy who used to carry a bull up his shoulders from when he was like a young kid. So he was a young kid. I think he started like 10 years old. It says in the novel, or whatever age it was. And then he puts a calf on his back. So every single day he would walk up a hill, and he'd get stronger and stronger as the bull gets bigger and bigger. So by the end of the you know, hill run, this guy's carrying a 1,000-pound bull on his back walking up a hill. So it's the first example ever of progressive overload, you know, in history, I believe. I don't think anyone knew about, you know, hypertrophy or, you know, progressive overload before hearing about Milo of Croton. So pretty cool, guys. I'm going to be continuously, how I'm going to switch it over to my self is I'm going to be carrying a dumbbell every single day, and as the weeks go on, the weight gets heavier and heavier. So I started off with like 10 kilos. Now I'm up to 17.5, and carrying around a 17.5 dumbbell is heavy as hell, guys. A lot of people don't understand that shit is heavy, guys, especially as I'm at a heavy body weight for me, myself as well. So, you know, you do feel it, guys. You feel that if you're lugging around curling, if you're doing lunges with it, squats with it. I know it seems like nothing, 17.5, 20 kilo dumbbell. It gets heavy when you're doing just continuing reps and you're trying to do, you know, almost a hybrid workout, running plus the weights. This shit gets heavy real quick. Obviously the weights in the gym, super easy. If you're on machines or barbells, it's nothing, 17.5 kilos. But just carrying around a dumbbell definitely helps you cut a lot more muscle than it would if you're just doing the cardio by itself. But anyway, guys, I've talked for too long in this video. I don't want to be editing this one too much. I'm gonna do this workout. I'm gonna film some of this workout for you guys, and yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Also, I used to have people around me, guys, that used to tell me, oh, your cardio kind of sucks and this kind of thing. And what people fail to realize is, you know, if you're any sort of weightlifting kind of guy, you know, you have to take a hit in life before you can really progress forward. So my goal was to really bulk up quite fast at that time. I gained like 60 pounds since that, right? And this was quite easy, right? You let your cardio take a hit for a little while to change your body composition. Your body composition has to change first, guys, drastically, if you want to gain a lot of weight drastically. If you're just like a skinny guy, your body composition and your cardio will take a hit for those few months. But once you get to a certain body weight, 230, 240, 250, hold that body weight, and your body will slowly harden at that new body weight and adjust to that new body weight. So then you can do your cardio. Doing cardio as you're bulking quite fast is a really dumb idea. If you're doing a slow bulk, continue to do cardio. If you're trying to build up a fast bulk and you're trying to get that new body weight, that new solid body weight, it takes like a year or two when you first start lifting, then I wouldn't recommend doing a ton of cardio, because your workouts will suffer. Your muscular endurance, you know, will suffer for sure, guys. But definitely always do cardio. I don't recommend that. Obviously, these guys I used to talk to, they were like football players, soccer players, not like the big jacked NFL players, like skinny little soccer players. So if a skinny little soccer player is telling you how to build muscle, then yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't, you know, listen to these people, listen to me. I'm telling you guys how to get big. Don't, you know, let your cardio suffer too much, but let it suffer a little bit, guys. Don't have that kind of shitty cardio, because then when you come back to do a cardio, you're so much more stronger. You've already blasted them out the water. Life in general is these short-term hits for long-term rewards, okay? Short-term sacrifice for long-term reward. Everything we're thinking about doing in life is about that 10-year reward, that 15-year reward, that 20-year reward, because life is long as hell, and you know what I mean, we're not just going to be, you know, we're not here for a short time, we're here for a long time and a good time. So we want to be doing the short-term sacrifice for the long-term success. Same as going to college, same as getting a good job. You know, you always want to sacrifice that short-term, right? Don't just blast into anything and hoping that you're going to get good results from it. You have to sacrifice like crazy in life. I've known that since I was 15, you know what I mean? Doing that long-term reward is a lot more beneficial and will pay off compared to the short-term reward, instant gratification. I love you guys, man. I'll see you guys down at the workout. Guys, so that's the workout done, man. We got a good pump in. I don't know how that looks on camera, but I feel pumped to crazy, pumped to shit, guys. So I just did 20 sprints, like I said. If I got some of this not on camera, then don't blame me. But 20 sprints. Then I did, I did 100 push-ups. I thought I was only gonna get 50, but I got 100. Feel pretty fit now. Then I did 50 sit-ups, which is the most I've ever done in my life. My abs are on fire. I feel like I'm getting a cramp. And then I did 6 sets continually of curls to tricep push downs with my body. So I find like a low ledge, I do triceps off that, guys. It's the best way to kind of get the best pump off your triceps. I'm so pumped right now. Did about 6 sets back to back. I don't really like to rest during arms or shoulders for that matter, because they're kind of small body parts, and you know, there's only a certain amount of weight that you can lift with your shoulders and arms, you know, in terms of lateral raises and curls, right? Of course, if you're doing, you know, push press is a little bit different, but, you know, try and just get as much, you know, blood into the muscle as you can for your arms, shoulders, upper body. You know, get the reps in, guys. High reps is always more than the weight, especially for bodybuilding, trying to get, you know, trying to get bigger, faster, stronger, because a bigger muscle has the potential to be a stronger muscle. You know, if you're a skinny guy right now, guys, like I always say, bulk up, and you know, you won't get fat. Don't worry about it. If you're 150 pounds, 170 pounds, you know, and you're naturally skinny, bulk up to over 200 pounds, try hold that weight, get the body composition, allow your body to harden at that certain weight, and then you can kind of, you know, work from there. So like I said in that last video, guys, I feel super fit now, 250. The reason why you want to let your cardio be a little bit sacrificed when you're bulking up heavy, like going on a big bulk, is because, you know, you want to have that kind of added trade-off. You know, where there's something going good, like building muscle, there'll always be a trade-off. So you'll lose a bit of cardio. Where you have really good trade-off with your cardio, if you're doing a lot of cardio, you're gonna have that trade-off of losing just a tiny bit of muscle. You know, me, naturally, I'm a skinny guy, really skinny guy, okay? So I don't lose muscle at all. But one thing I do lose is I'm actually a skinny guy, but one thing I don't one thing I do find hard to is build muscle. So I'm always focusing on a hypertrophy muscle building phase for at least a year, or you know, a year and 6 months, or whatever the case may be, before the summer, then cut down. I don't advise you to be constantly cutting. So but that's it, guys. That's my day. I have a super boring day. I have 12 videos to record on YouTube, so this video is not even going to be that long. Some people might be surprised by how my days look. You know, this is just an average day in my life. So I wake up, go to the pitch, do that. Now, obviously, I work part-time in the gym as well. So on those days, I'll show you those days as well. Hopefully in the future, that'll be kind of cool vlog, like working in the gym and stuff like that. But until that point, guys, this is my day, man. I just come home then. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. What time is it, guys? It's 9:51. If you guys can see that on the camera, you know, it's 9:51, and you know, I've already got my workout done today. So pretty productive day. I think I'm ahead of schedule, so I'm just gonna have a post-workout shake, which today consists of just 2 liters of milk, guys, you know, and milk agrees with me. It took a while for my tolerance to build up for milk, but once milk agrees with you guys, if you want to bulk up, get big, milk is the #1 thing to get big, in my personal opinion. Milk just makes you get absolutely massive. It has that growth hormone in there. I think it's a bro science, but it definitely makes me get huge. A lot of calories, a lot of protein, so that's good. I also ran out of protein shakes, so that's why I'm just using milk, guys. You know, I don't really particularly think protein shakes is that good. But oh yeah, what do I want to talk about today? Well, let's get to the point of this video, guys. Let me ask you a question. Would you take advice on how to get lean from someone that's overweight? Would you take advice from someone who doesn't have any muscle on how to build a lot of muscle? This is a philosophical question. You know, would you take advice from someone on YouTube how to blow up a YouTube channel that has under 100,000 subscribers themselves, you know? Would you take advice from someone that doesn't know or doesn't be seen to what they're doing, you know, and give you advice in return, right? That even makes sense. The answer is no, guys, and the answer for everybody should be no, and I'll explain why, right? So the reason why is because they haven't gone through that process of building muscle. Now, I understand that, you know, if you're a skinny guy or whatever like me growing up, you know, it takes a long time. So, you know, you can give people advice on how to get past that first, you know, mini phase or whatever the case may be. But truly, guys, if you don't see a guy who's a big guy, strong guy, who hasn't bulked and cut numerous times as a personal trainer, it's quite hard to kind of give advice to people on how to do that. Now, you can give advice on how to people to get lean and stuff, but giving advice on people how to get big and gain muscle is pretty much the hardest thing in the world. You know, it's very, very hard. And I know a lot of people say, well, there's a genetic limit, you know, you can only, you know, past 4 years, you're not going to gain any muscle, but that's complete cap, guys. You're going to keep gaining muscle for a very long time. You don't just stop building muscle at a certain age. You know, this is just complete lies that the media tells you. Now, you have to fall in love with the training process, and then, the muscle will come from that. But like I said, guys, just question yourself before you see personal trainers that don't themselves have a good physique. I know a lot of personal trainers, my friends, that have amazing physiques, and you should listen to them, But if, someone's a skinny guy or whatever, they can give you advice on how to get lean, let's say, or they can give you advice on how to do this and that. But, just be wary on the advice that they're giving when it comes to, themselves not looking like the advice that they're giving, guys. Just be really careful with that, because we are in a strange time in society right now where basically the amount of followers you have dictates how knowledgeable you are, right? So you have guys like V-Shred and all these just fake gurus online telling you how to get big and stuff, and they're on gear, okay? So before any of my beautiful people go to buy personal trainers, because I'm selling programs now soon, they're on gear first of all. So it's very hard to trust a guy how to build muscle, because they're going to be building muscle just sitting on the couch. I know a lot of people don't know much about gear, but that's what's going to be happening. Now, obviously, if you want to gain as much muscle as you can, you're going to be training probably double as hard as a guy who's natural. But just for the most part, guys, if you take gear, trust me, those guys are training hard, but it's very few minority. I know a lot of people that take gear that don't even look like they take gear. I know a natural friend of mine who I've been friends with since I was young, and he looks better than any professional, even bodybuilder that I've seen, and he's natural. Or at least he was anyway, before he stopped training too much. He never took gear or anything like that, but before he stopped training. So be wary of that, A. And second of all, guys, like I said, be wary of the advice that they're giving if, you don't see the, the return from them. So it's very hard to give advice on how to build muscle if they themselves aren't jacked, right? Just kind of straightforward. Now, it's different when it comes to other subjects. Obviously, if you don't look like, I don't know, a car salesman or whatever, then you can still sell cars. That's not it, right? But for muscle, guys, it's a very direct thing. You can see straight away whether a person is jacked or not, whether a person has a substantial amount of muscle or not. You can just see straight away whether that person has been putting in the time, the work in the gym, the muscle, the muscle fatigue and hypertrophy training in the gym for 10 years plus or less, 5 years, or 4 years, or whatever the case may be. You can tell that guy's been training a long time, 3 years, 2 years, but it just, it has to look like, the guy's been training and following a nutritional based program. Now, also, there's a few other things I want to touch on, guys. Like, when it comes to just muscle training in general, it's kind of weird because the government are telling us that people are obese and we're the most obese country in Europe, the second most Ireland. But at the same time, guys, they're also saying that people are starving on the streets and stuff. So they really have to make up their mind whether or not we are an obese country or whether or not we're starving, because there's obviously enough food to go around. So people must, the government must give, government incentives to make people, not starve to death, guys. Because I'd rather see 1 million obese people than one starving person. That's just completely ridiculous that we have starving people in Ireland, okay? My beautiful country back there. So the government needs to make up its mind whether or not, people are obese or people are starving, right? Also, the price of food has gone up dramatically, guys. So if you're bulking or cutting right now, it's going to be a lot more expensive to do that when it comes down to, when it comes down to it. So just be careful about your training and, make sure everything's on point all the time. Don't be like, skipping meals because food is expensive. Make sure you have a good job or whatever the case may be to build off the bodybuilding. Make your money a priority and then get a good body after that. I kind of did the opposite, guys. I'm trying to make money a priority now, and I kind of have like an okay physique that I love. Everything is subjective. I love my physique, but I'm saying that try to get the money before you build a great physique, because it's going to be hard down the line. So yeah, that's my training day. Hope you guys enjoy that. Like I said, I'll be sitting on this couch for the next 10 or 12 hours or so, just working every day, guys. I just do YouTube videos all day. And one of my friends was asking me yesterday about Hustlers University, guys. Hustlers University, what is it? So Hustlers University is Tate's university, where he talks about how to make loads of money. And let me save you guys €50 a month, okay? He has like 18 modern wealth creation ways or whatever that are different than how our parents made money, right? I'm 27, so the way my dad, who's 60, 70 plus, made money is going to be different than the way we make money right now. And I understand that. But let me save you guys €50, like I said. He basically just talks about making YouTube channels, reaction channels, just making vlogs, making different videos every single day, and doing it 6 to 12 hours a day. Now, me personally, obviously I work part-time only 2 days a week, so I can work 15 hours a day on YouTube, right? Not a lot of people have that kind of benefit, right? Not a lot of people have that time and energy and money. So if you guys don't have the time to put in to Hustlers University, don't even join. Don't join if you're a person with kids or married or something like that, guys, because you're not going to be able to. I have a girlfriend and all that, but it's kind of not, you know, it's not going to be as hard for me to work because I don't work a full-time job, right? If you work a full-time job, forget about it, guys. That working 10 hours a day on your passion project, on your side hustle, isn't really going to happen. You can make it happen for sure, you know, working 9 to 5, come home at 6, eat, train, whatever, 7 then till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, but you're going to be severely exhausted, and it's just going to be a hard slog. You know what I mean? It's just going to be a hard slog overall, guys. So make sure to pick your priorities. If you guys want to get big, if you guys want to get lean, whatever the case may be for the summer, hit me up, man, in the description down below. Even just DM me on Instagram. I'll give you advice for free. There's nothing there. I will have programs soon that you guys can buy, but if you guys just want free information, just hit me up. If you guys want me to coach you, it will cost a little bit because obviously I'm going on my way to help you guys. But if you guys just want a question or two, then obviously just hit me up and I'll give you guys the answer like that. I love you guys all, man. Hit that subscribe button and tell me if you guys want more vlogs like this. You know, like I said, I'm just going to be working the whole day, so nothing interesting really. Yeah, and that's it, guys. I love you all, like I said. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.